Welcome to the Lynn Lineup, a program which focuses on events happening right here in the city of Lynn. Here with me today, the director of the Highlands Coalition, David Gass, and we're here today to talk about their event happening this Sunday, May 1st, 1 p.m. at the corner of Union and Green Street. It's the May Day March for Workers and Immigrant Rights. David Gass, director of the Highlands Coalition, is here today to talk about it, what's going to be available there. I want to get into the event, but first and foremost, David, let's just explain to our viewership at home what you do over there at the Highlands Coalition.
The Highlands Coalition is a neighborhood group that is trying to empower the neighborhood through growing food, struggling against violence and crime in the neighborhood, bringing the communities together, probably 30 languages spoken in the neighborhood, bring them together and fight, because we found that most of the families now are working, a lot of them are working 2 jobs to pay for the high rent. Some of them are working 3 jobs, and many are single parents working 2 jobs. What happens to the kids? You know, so the issue of raising the minimum wage to $15 an hour is very relevant in the Highlands, because a lot of people work at these fast food places
and that's the main function of this event.
Yes, and the other thing is immigration issues. There are a number of undocumented people who grew up in Lynn, who came here as children, and under federal law they now can sign up for DACA, get a TIN number, they can drive, and they can go to college in state rates, but they can't vote and they can't become citizens. There's no pathway to citizenship at this point.
Yeah.
And so we want to combine those two that affect people very deeply.
So we're going to get into that detail a lot real quick. Just want to kind of recap the Highlands Coalition. It's an organization, you guys do a great job. They're dedicated to projects like the Cook Street Garden. Highlands Coalition, you've seen a lot of their work out there. Again, this event is the May Day March for Workers and Immigrant Rights. You can jump on to www.lynnunited.org/Mayday to find more information. But David, we were talking a little bit before the program about who's involved. We've got ECCO, Lynn United for Change, Neighbor to Neighbor, the New Lynn Coalition, Worker Center of Lynn. So there are a lot of people who are really interested in seeing this march happen. Now you just kind of alluded to some of the politics to it. We're talking about raising the minimum wage. We're seeing this happen in other states right now. Over at your event, what else is going to be available for those who are working to see this actually come into play?
Well, let me go back a little bit what May Day is. May Day is the one time a year where workers all around the world can unite and fight for themselves, for justice, for higher wages, etc. It started in the United States in the 1880s about the 8-hour workday. And it spread all over the world. So many people, Americans don't realize that it's the workers' holiday, not Labor Day, but May Day is the workers' holiday. And that's the idea, to bring people together to improve the standards of living of the working people.
Okay.
And because the immigrants are so closely connected, we're focusing on bringing immigrants into this who, like my family immigrant, everybody was an immigrant to Lynn, really.
Right.
Everybody except the Native Americans. And so I think that's very important, and we'll meet at across from St. Joseph Church on Union Street I think it's at 1 o'clock after church on Sunday, and we'll assemble there. We'll march through the city and probably up in Essex Street and go down to I think the final resting place, so to speak, is the Common, I believe. That's where we had it last year. But we encourage everybody to join in, whether you're a teacher, whether you're a policeman or a firefighter. You're all part of unions, and you need to better your life. And you could be a non-union worker, and you need to get organized to get higher wages. $10 an hour is not enough. $15 is a bare minimum, because you're paying 30, 40, 50% of your income toward rent alone. What happens to your family? How can you buy books? For your family, how can you educate? How can you put a savings away? And it's a struggle. And that's why we want to encourage people to join the march.
Okay, so this event, this isn't the first time you guys have done this?
No, this is, I think, the 4th or 5th year we've done it. It's maybe 6th, 7th year ago. It started when Maria Carrasco and S.B. Herrera organized around. It was a national event around immigration when it was on a federal issue of I think it was under George Bush, I believe. But anyway, it was about 700 people marched as the first response. It went all over the country. 1 million people marched That was the first time in Lynn in a long time.
All right, so now this march, it's been going on for quite some time. What else is going to be available? Are there any keynote speakers who are going to be down there advocating for this purpose?
I don't think the keynote, that just members of the organizations that you mentioned will be there, from these different organizations. Lynn United for Change fights to, if you're in danger of losing your home, don't just sit passively, walk away from your home. Keys, no good. Fight to keep your home, and Lynn United for Change has been fighting for that. ECHO is a faith-based group that's 27 progressive churches in Essex County are part of that. And Neighbor to Neighbor, of course, has fought for everything from eye care, state eye care, to all kinds of issues. So all these groups are uniting around this one time a year to march, so please join us.
Come on down. Definitely an event to see and even participate in, especially if you're a hard worker and you're out there and you're not earning $15 an hour and you believe that you're worth that. Here's an opportunity for you to get out and really express why it's that opportunity for you. David Gass, director of the Highlands Coalition. That's the May Day March for Workers and Immigrant Rights. You can jump on to www.linunited.org/Mayday for more information. This is an event being organized in cooperation by the Highlands Coalition, ECHO, Lynn United for Change, Neighbor to Neighbor, the New Lynn Coalition, Workers Center of the Lynn. Sunday, May 1st, 1 p.m., corner Union Street and Green Street. Come on down and make a difference. That's it for the Lynn lineup from the studio here at Lynn Community Television. I'm Sean Donahue, wishing you all the best.